Hey everyone, Coach Investor back to another video for you today. And yes, I'm back from my trip in Japan. And I tell you this, if you have the chance to go visit that country, do so. It was probably one of the best trips I ever made. And I've been to a lot of countries around the world. And this is probably my favorite one. Now, trips aside, let's get back into investing. I've been gone for 2 weeks off Twitter, off my portfolio and everything. And to be honest, it seems that I've missed quite a lot. So it's fitting to talk about, well, my largest position when I'm back. So in this video, let's talk about Tesla because I've seen some, well, let's say reports. Tesla is losing market share, short interest is up, etc., etc. So we're going to go over all of that in this video. I would really appreciate it if you like this video and subscribe if you have not. And if you want to support me and this channel, do check out the link down in the description and in the pinned comment to get the top 10 best stocks to buy now, or go to fool.com/couchinvestor. And make sure to check out all the other links in the pinned comment. So first things first is Tesla short interest. So as you can see here, they report it every 2 weeks or so. Now you might see these numbers and think, oh, it's a huge jump from back in August, July, June. Now remember, we had the stock split 3-1. So if you make the calculation, we're basically back to where we were. Well, if we look at the 78 million shares traded on November 15th, that's around the same amount back in July. So not a lot has changed. Yes, it has increased a little bit, but if you only look at these numbers, you might think, whoa, short interest is up by a lot. No, it's up by a little bit, but nothing to be concerned about. Next up, we have a report from S&P on, well, the market share situation. So I've highlighted some points here. Maybe I'll remove my face. There you go. So yes, overall, Tesla, let's say, has lost a tiny bit of market share on this type of charts, which I'm going to enlarge in just a bit. But much of Tesla's share loss in the EVs available in a more accessible MSRP range below $50,000, where Tesla does not yet truly compete. At the moment, this is correct. Who knows what might happen in 2 years' time? Maybe they'll come out with a $25,000 model. Who knows? Maybe they'll reduce the prices of the Model 3, the Model Y. Could happen. Then they continue here by saying, regardless of brand or price point, early S&P Global Mobility data suggests consumers moving to electric vehicles in 2022 are largely doing so from Toyota and Honda, brands which have been unable to keep their internal combustion owners loyal until their own brands begin to participate more significantly in the EV transition. This is where you can see it right here. This is Tesla's conquest. So where do most people come from to Tesla? Toyota, Honda, BMW, Mercedes, and then all the rest here. Then when we talk about market share, as you can see on the graph on the left here, registration share in EV market, Tesla sits at 65% right now, down from 79% back in 2020. But of course, there are a couple of new entries in that market. So it's a given that Tesla is, well, coming down in the market share percentage-wise, but that doesn't stop the sales growth of each unit they produce. Now, when we look at registration share in luxury EV market, we can see here Tesla is dominating 86% market share, and then you have the rest 3-2% or so, nothing significant. Then in the non-luxury market, well, they do not put Tesla right there. Again, this might change in the future. And of course, it's important to repeat this part. The market itself, the EV market continues to grow and grow. Tesla's part in that market is not going down. No, Tesla is also producing and selling more and more cars. Of course, if the overall market is growing, if there are more players today than 2 years ago, then yes, Tesla's market share in percentage numbers, yes, it is coming down. But if you look at the total units, it's climbing up and up and up. And then last thing I want to talk about is on, well, the potential gigafactory in South Korea. Now, as I mentioned at the start of this video, I was in Japan. Now, in Japan, I went to visit a Tesla dealership. Unfortunately, couldn't really have a real conversation with the people there because, well, English is not really their first language. So, well, there was that, but maybe I'll pop up a picture of me in a Tesla in the store. But I did talk to other people, some people in VCs, in the investing world, and they did say that South Korea is growing like crazy, and it wouldn't surprise them if they surpass Japan in the coming years. No, not next year or in the 2 years, but maybe by the end of the decade, starting next decade. So Tesla potentially announcing their gigafactory in South Korea might be a good move. Again, there are many other options on the table as well. So we had this article right here. South Korea's Yoon ready to offer tailored benefits to attract Tesla gigafactory. Now, I did highlight some points here. So South Korea offers highly skilled workers, and its government would ensure regulations align with international standards so that foreign firms do not face unexpected financial regulatory hurdles. We are preparing a tailored approach to grant some advantages to these specified companies. Tesla has said it would consider building another gigafactory. The announcement is due end of this year, maybe start of next year. Remains to be seen. Now, Canada, Indonesia, India, and Thailand have also been mentioned in media reports as possible locations. But analysts noted that those countries do not have the kind of automotive supply chain that South Korea does, although some are abundant in natural resources such as nickel, which I think you could find in Indonesia. Then again, if you do build it in South Korea, you're not that far away from Indonesia. And the last thing on this topic, and that's a risk of, well, going into the South Korean market, and that's the fact, well, the union culture. So the militant union culture is a serious problem in South Korean society, Yoon said. He said he told Musk the goal of his labor policy is to establish the rule of law to eliminate the risks of unfair labor practices. South Korea saw an average of 39 days of work stoppage annually due to labor disputes over the past 10 years, nearly 5 times higher than that of the United States' 8 days, and nearly 200 times higher than Japan's 0.2 days, according to the Korea Enterprises Federation. So that's certainly something to consider. And so to conclude, of course, this last 2 weeks, not only the last 2 weeks, but I believe the last couple of months, have not been that easy for Tesla shareholders, especially with that Twitter scenario, and I don't see that stopping anytime soon. I mean, I've missed what has happened the last 2 weeks, but suddenly I see popping up, well, Elon might be taking on Apple because he doesn't like the 30% tax, which is something I've talked about a lot on this channel. I don't understand how anyone is okay with that tax, but then again, Apple can do whatever they want. Apparently, they're the nicest big tech company out there, which is a joke. Overall, with Tesla, again, I'm staying long. Yes, they might have some hurdles here and there, of course. There's still that China risk now with the COVID policy, the protests, etc. We've seen that with Apple as well, Foxconn. So that's something to consider. But overall, that's everything I wanted to cover in my comeback video. Do share your thoughts in the comments below and expect more videos in the coming days. If you enjoy this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, maybe hit that subscribe button, and I see you all in the next one. Bye bye.